Hello friends, I'm making a video about how to make some flower garland, and I'm going to take a moment to show you the supplies before I put it all together. I had a little bit of time to get everything prepared beforehand, so this video is going to be a little shorter than what you're used to with me. I hope that you enjoy it. So, you are going to need a few supplies. Those supplies are going to be my favorite, hopefully a pencil, possibly some type of marker or crayon, or you are welcome to also use a pen. Okay. This will be easier for people that aren't comfortable drawing their own shapes if they have some type of circular device. And of course you'll need paper. I'm going to use this kind of paper and some type of string. You can use any kind of string, yarn. I'm going to use a bread tie. Okay, let us begin. The first thing that I would like to remind everyone here is when you are tracing a shape with a template, there's something very important to make sure that you do. It is the same as when you use a ruler, and that is to take that shape and to set it on your paper, and then you have to hold it down. Don't hold it with a wimpy little finger. What are you trying to do? Have it move all around? I don't think so. So hold it down with a powerful hand and trace all the way around it. If I don't move my fingers, I will not have a full circle, and I'll have a space to fill. You're welcome to move your finger, and if you don't move the template and you keep the shape in the same place, you can go all the way around the circle. Okay, so get quite a few circles. And then you're going to need scissors so you can cut them out. I'm not going to spend time cutting for you today, but have some scissors. Hold them like this, my friends. You don't want to accidentally hurt yourself moving with them. However, if you cut each of these out and you take your time on it, they'll turn out pretty good, and you'll have circles looking all right. We're not done. Nope. We need something to poke those scissors out. I'm going to use an awl. You can use a pencil in the middle to make a hole. You could use something like an awl. It's one of my favorites. But what you're going to need to do is put a hole through every single one. So if you'll give me just a moment, I'm going to use this awl and do them all together. Okay. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I wonder if I used too many. We shall see. I guess so. Paper's sturdy when it's all together. Okay. Got it. Now I can just do this maybe? Nope. Too many. Okay. I wonder how many that is. I'm not gonna take the count. Not gonna take the time to count. All right. Each one of these cut out little circles has a hole in the middle now. Let's see. So now I'm going to practice folding these shapes. I don't have to be gentle about it because I'm going to make a flower, and flowers are imperfect and beautiful through their imperfection. The more folded that I have it without ripping the paper, the more natural it will look. So here I am taking a basic shape of a circle and I'm turning it into a more organic, chaotic, natural form. I had my bread tie. Found it. Okay. It's time for me to begin to load my bread tie as the stem for my flower with the petals of my flower. Now, if I decide that I'm going to have a flower that looks kind of like this, then I can stop and have simply one. Alternatively, I can add as many petals as I want. The reason that I chose to use a bread tie is so that I could fold the bread tie and have it hold the flower. And you'll notice that I bent it. The fun thing about this is that I now have this really cool flower. I can add leaves just like I did this flower. Okay, I can leave it like this. I can add so many more petals to this. I can change this to be more like a daffodil and have actual flower petals by cutting triangles out. Can you see this? Can you see this triangle here? Not well. Let me do that this way. Okay, I cut one there and I'm cutting one here. I'm going to do a few more of those. This is definitely a more advanced flower petal and not as easy to cut. If this is difficult for you, stick with the initial circle. Some of the most beautiful flowers are carnations, and those are like a stack. Okay, now I realize that this doesn't look like a flower that much. However, if I cut closer to the center, in each of these corners, I take off the edge. Looks a lot more like petals. And then I can put it on my flower. Ooh, I know what I would like to do. Okay. Get on there. So this side you see has that bend. It's an angle, and that side has that bend. So I am squishing those two together, kind of like bookends. Here, closer view. See? And I'm going to set this one on top of there. It's like a white daffodil. I'm folding down the little frill to make my pretty daffodil. Oh, ta-da! Would you like a daffodil? Would you like a daffodil? You can have one. Would you like to put it in this vase? Okay, I'm gonna fold several of these. Let's say that I don't have a bread tie. That's okay. Whatever kind of string you have, you can make a traditional flower garland, very similar to that of a flower necklace, simply by having your string, feed it through your flower. Here. Okay. You'll need to have a knot so it doesn't go all the way through. If you have difficulty with knots, get an adult or older person to help you. Knots are good to know to make. Don't pull them tight until you're ready for them to stay. Okay, so if I use yarn to make my flowers, I can hang them up. I also think that they look better if I have several. So I like to add several. They also kind of end up, they can look like Hawaiian lace. In fact, this is how they make them with plastic. And if you were to use grocery plastic sacks in cutting your circles, you could make a Hawaiian lei too. Okay, see this method? If I put them all together, it will be a lot more like a carnation. You can put as many together as you choose. When you are finished, you will need to knot that. Okay, so I have a loop that I'm gonna feed through. I say that. Okay, so I'm feeding through my loop. And here we are. Now, if I have my knot towards the end of the string, my flower petals can move up and down the string, and that's not what I want. Okay, this can hang like this. But this is why I chose to use the bread tie with you guys, because with a bread tie, I'm able to have it upright like this. I hope you have a really good time making flowers. You can use any kind of paper and almost any type of supply. Thanks for working those with me. It's been a minute. I hope you have a great time.